Magic the Gathering is a game as old as time. If you go to your local game store, you'll see your average 40-year-old blue-collar worker sitting there with their original dual lands and creating shit-stained chairs. Even though it's a truthful idea of the average Magic the Gathering player, and a distasteful one at that, I'd say Magic holds up as a general fun game for anyone who is generally into nerdy stuff, especially if you're already into card games. Personally, as someone who is of the Gen Z status, I got into Magic less than 6 months ago. Now, what is Magic of the Gathering even about? It's a game of you being a wizard and casting spells to outduel the other wizards you're facing. But in real life, it's you debating between friends whether you should waste your one removal spell to piss off your one friend who blew up your commander. Now, how do you play this amazing, cool, and rad game? Well, first, you need 4 players. And each player needs a deck with 99 cards and 1 commander. Each player will start off with 40 life and roll to determine who goes first. Then you draw 7 cards, draw 1 for turn, and start casting them spells. But I'm not here to teach you how to play. I'm here to tell you why I enjoy this game so much. For reason number 1 is the variety and complexity of the game. The game is fun because there's probably a deck theme out there that fits your playstyle. For example, as a dopamine addict as myself, I've created 2 gambling decks. But if you want people to hate you, just play stacks. Or if you want me to hate you, play Urza Lord High Artificer. God, I hate that guy. But just look at all these themes. My overall favorite is the 1/1 counters, because I like big creatures who do big damage. For reason number 2 is the social aspect. Politicking is the most fun or aggravating aspect of the game. If you have some really dumb friends who enjoy ruining your game, you might lose some friends that day. When I was teaching my friend on how to politic properly, he would always make the worst deals possible, and he always made deals with the strongest person at the table, and he would make us lose the game ultimately. But the game gets really fun when the poor people of the table band together to fight against the main tyrant. For reason number 3 is deck building. Deck building is something that either people develop or never get into really. For people who don't deck build, I'd say try it. It's fun. Now, how do you start deck building? Well, I think there are 2 main ways of getting into it. First is you see a cool commander and you're like, wow, I want to make a deck out of that. The other way is by drafting, such as pre-release or even just doing draft boosters. And if you got into another way, I don't care. Now, are there any downsides to playing Magic? None that I can think of. If you guys want a longer video of me explaining like all my decks and why I love them so much, they're all my babies, maybe I'll make another one in 3 months. But for now, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in probably 6 months or something like that. I don't know.